Hello there, welcome to the 2019 Amir Cup review show, all in English here on Alcast, as we look back at all four quarter-finals in the company of former English Premier League players Nick Summerby and Chris Makin, who will analyse all four matches in depth, sharing with us their expert opinion. Right, let's remind you how they lined up for the quarter-finals this year. So, spread over 2 days. On Thursday, it was Al Shahaniya up against Al Duhail in the early kick-off at 17:15. Then Al Gharafa were up against the QNB Stars League champions this season, Al Sadd. Then on Friday, the 3rd of May, Al Ahly, they got to the quarterfinals up against Al Salio, finished third, of course. And then the later kick-off saw Al Arabi up against Al Rayyan, who finished fourth this season in the QNB Stars League. So that's how they lined up for the quarterfinals. Let's waste no time and get straight to the action. And that first quarter-final, Al Shahaniya, who'd had a remarkable season. They came up into the QNB Stars League. Not many people gave them a chance. They finished in 7th place. They were now in the quarterfinals of the Amir Cup, but they faced last season's Amir Cup champions, Al Duhail. Commentary comes from Nick Summerby and Chris Makin.
Gharafa have got, they can give a performance, they can do, but Al Sadd at the moment are fearless. They just want to win every game of football.
There's a shot on target by Ed Milson, just drifting inside with his new haircuts. Afif now with a free kick, goes to the near post, good delivery. Which is a plus for Al Shahaniya.
Yeah, nothing for Shahaniya yet. They're not really got into the half of Duhail. But there's Ramin, yes, when we said before about him, he wasn't getting back, he's struggling now with this shoulder, so it looks like he's going to be going off.
That's a big blow to Shahaniya. He's been in 5 goals in the last 3 games. Here's the tackle that led to the injury. It's a fine tackle, it's just the way it lands on his... He is onside, he's got 2 red shirts in the box there, but he got his head down and didn't really know his whereabouts, did he? I mean, the comp coming right off his line there. Oh, here we go. Musa, I tell you what, he's going to give it. He's not looking at the ball, he's got his arms round him, goes down very, very easily.
I wouldn't give it though, only because he's gone down too easily. Because when we talk about the common sense thing, is it okay? He's grabbed hold of him.
I get that, but going off the rules now, he's going to give it, innit? Give or not give. There we go. He's going to have a look himself.
I mean, every time they've not had any.
You've only got to look at it once.
Yep, straight away when you make your decision up there, but they haven't had any opportunities. But the luck could be shining on Shahaniya, and it's looking like the referee might give a penalty here.
No penalty given.
We don't know. He's called a player to it. It's a bit strange. Is it? No penalty given.
Wow.
Right, okay.
Here's the deep cross from Redder. Let's have a look at the top of your screen there. Lucho coming in now. I guess his toe steps on Nick.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe that he's had all it was is he just had his toe. Chris, we're gonna. Chris, please don't. What for stamping on it?
I'm telling you.
You can't. I can't believe.
That has caught me totally off guard.
There's no intent. There's nothing there. There's a ball into the box. No, this is going to. No,
Nicholas,
Chris.
Oh my! Honestly, it's just. Alvaro, the former Real Madrid man, the captain for Shahaniya, about to step up in the 36th minute, and he puts his side nowhere. A great save by Amin Leconte, and there's your justice, Nicholas. Jonathan Summerby.
Correct, and I'm delighted for it as well. It's a farce. It's an absolute farcical, that what we've just seen there. Get on with the game, get angry, Duhail, and let's get on with football.
Better from Duhail, getting out wide quicker. Good ball back as well to Shoya. El Arabi gets his shot off, he's asking for a penalty. Only a yard between him and Alvaro, though.
Yeah, that's better from De Gea there. It just doesn't fall for El Arabi. I don't think, we don't know what to see in a minute if he's going to get to VAR. I hope he doesn't. Very difficult once you turn and get your strike in. You know, unless he's actually
can't get out of the way.
He can't get out of the way of that at all. His hands are down by the side of him.
You know, it was cut back for him or played into him, and a different way of playing, isn't it? But there we go. A little bit of a clash there between Abdullah. Abdullah gets a red card straight away for his foul on Louise. Right, here we go again. Another incident here. Louise just grabbing hold of the shirt of Abdullah. There we go. What? He's not touched him.
He's not touched him. That's Louise.
Can this? Because red cards can go to the panel or VAR. Can he not? It's an absolute dive. You know what? You should get a yellow card for pulling his shirt and a yellow card for simulation. There, off. See you later. What? I thought he was sending a... Right, yellow card to Abdullah. There we go, we're in business here. Right, yellow card. Shoya just at the end of this half with a shot from the edge of the box that is easy enough for Amir to catch first time. Yet to gain entry into the Shahania box. Louise might change that with a shot right down the middle. Easy enough for Al Amri to collect.
It's a corner now for De Gea, just down on this left-hand side. The referee seems to have stopped the game. Please, referee, get on with it.
A little pause in mid-sentence.
It just, you know, you have people what watch your performances, and that was unacceptable, I thought, for the referee.
Oh, let's give that straight away. Why do we have?
Well, let's have a look at this here now again. The ball goes in.
There's all sorts going on here. Alvaro just goes down.
It's a goal, that, isn't it, Chris? But anyway, we're not. There's Alvaro. A little put. Look, that's a goal.
That's a goal.
And the referee.
That's a goal. Better incisive pass here to the feet. Shoya back to Moes, back to Shoya. Shoya with a one-on-one, pulls it back to El Arabi. Better football from Al Hill, and it's the first real chance that they've cut open the defence of Al Shahania, and El Arabi scores again to get his 27th goal of the season.
Right in the box there, and he's there just to side foot it in the net to get a really what's been a difficult goal for De Gea, but now they're back in the driver's seat.
Much away, Matt. Nucho goes low and hard. Easy save really for Amin Lecomte. Wide to Moes, into the feet of Montana. This is better from De Gea. Can he get the shot off? Milton, a couple of step overs. Can he get his shot off to the far post? Goes to the far post, and that's just underneath the bar. And what a goal from Ed Milson, and that should be game over now. 2-0 De Gea. Mata, as the finish is absolutely top class, just over the head of the keeper and underneath the bar.
Well, it wasn't a game that sort of set the whole place alight, but nevertheless, hugely important for Al Hill as they book a place in the semi-final. Chris Macon.
It was, but there's something about Al Hill at the moment. They're not. I don't know whether they changed the system or the system of play, whatever you want to say about them, but they're just not firing on all cylinders, are they? Before the game, Al Shahania, you know how they're going to set up. Very difficult to beat. Play some good football, easy on the eye. Al Hill, I mean, if they're going to go through to the final against Al Sadd, if that's going to be the final everyone's talking about, then they've got the work cut out.
The personnel are there, Nick. It's just maybe a little bit of this fine-tuning. Maybe Rui Faria coming in and his ideas. Maybe they're still not fully locked on to his philosophy of the game.
What we might do there is we might say they had a busy week. Obviously, they had the Champions League, they had this. The first couple of games, what we saw on the two days, I don't know if it's the weather. Let's try and put that into it. But They have to do a lot better. They have to raise the game. It's not what we're used to seeing. If anything, because we're used to seeing them under Belmadi zipping the ball around, creating situations. You're not seeing that. It's slower. They're spreading the play. They're looking for the switch of play. I just think they're going to be better. I think we're going to see them getting better in the next game. But the main thing is that they got through. Shahane, wonderful season they've had. You've got to say that. Hopefully they can kick on next season and try and do the same thing again, if not better. You know, like the manager, get him signed up straight away. He's not even offered a contract yet. That's crazy. Get him sorted out though. But we expected that result anyway, didn't we? Really?
We did. Let's now we're going to focus on a bit of VAR. We have to do it because let's hope that it gets tied up a little bit for the semi-final. This was the first one. This was surrounding Musa. Chris, discuss.
Listen, most of these decisions I wouldn't give anyhow, but you've got to go off the modern game and what the referees are looking for. In my opinion, it should be a penalty, because if I was a defender, I've been in that position. If I do what Musa's done there, I would expect to be punished. Simple as that. He's not got his eye on the ball. He's not even looking at the ball, is he?
No.
He's got his arm around the opponent.
And you're relating it to when you played, and the game has changed.
Yeah.
If it happened when you were playing, it definitely happens now.
20 years ago.
And you've got VAR. That's what VAR is here for, to see this. So we can look at it straight away and go, right, okay, that can be a penalty. That there. All this waiting around is gone. It's gone. It's not right.
So quite simply,
if the ball's coming from over there and I'm looking this way, the opposite way from the ball, and I've got my arms around the attacker, then I expect to be punished.
Here it is again. So this is what he gets to see now. Right, so what he's seeing is that Musa has got his arms around Lucio.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Inside the penalty area.
Yeah.
That is
And nowadays
a foul.
they're looking for that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're grappling there. I mean, Lucio goes down easy, but you know that's what they do nowadays.
Well, let's go back to one in the Champions League then. Was there a same type of one when Man United played Paris Saint-Germain? Was that a same type of when there was a bit of a contact, or sort of right at the very end when the penalty was given?
That was a shot, and he
just caught his thing. Right, different. Yeah, different.
He turned his back. But yeah, he turned his back and then his arms out by his side. So, but he doesn't give this one.
So so that one, it's interesting. So they spend, there's a few minutes gone there, 2 or 3 minutes gone of the play again,
which is too long, isn't it? That's our main gripe, really.
Yeah, and
at the moment,
that is the problem. Now let's look at the next VAR. Sorry about that. There are 3 in this game, but it was the story of the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now
both players got their eye on the ball. It's just ridiculous.
We saw Afif picking up the ball there. He spoke to us after the game, didn't he? Saying how players now get nervous, they don't know, it stops the play. Here we go again.
Listen, you can't say anything. This is laughable. This is really laughable. You've got to nip this in, but this is just two players. This is someone treading on someone's foot. Yeah. This is it. There's nothing. You're not looking at a leg break. You're not looking at an elbow in the face. It's nothing to. It's just two people going for a challenge.
So it is a foul to step on somebody's foot if they are going to head a ball and it's a goal-scoring position.
If you're going to give free kicks to people trotting on people's toes, then you're going to give a million free kicks in a game.
Yeah.
We've got problems there. I mean
the ball's too high for either player anyway. Yeah. Nobody's going to get close to it.
Well, just look at the pair of them. Look, where's their eyes there? No one's looking at anybody. All they're doing is just going for challenge.
He was at it all first half, though, Lucio, wasn't he? This type of just going down, flinging himself to the ground. Come on.
But while this is happening now, the referee still can't make his mind up, because he has not got this. None of them have got this footballing brain. This bit of what the word I'm looking for? Bit of common sense in football. Just use a bit of common sense.
I wonder sometimes, and we always ask this question. Of course, they always deny it when people make up for things. Did he think after not giving the penalty where he was actually holding the player, he thought, well, maybe I should make up for that? I don't know. Probably not. I'm just casting aspersions here, which I shouldn't.
Should never happen, though, should it?
It should never happen. But so, in your minds, that's not a penalty, but it was given.
Yes,
that was given, and it was missed. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to VAR number 3. Now, this one was also a laughable situation, but the one good thing that came out of it is that a red card was changed to a yellow. It probably shouldn't have even been that.
Well, he gets a yellow because he swipes at him with his right arm. That's all he gets a yellow for there, but at least it was a yellow. In my opinion, you could give a red card for Luiz for 2 separate incidents. If he's going to get a yellow card he should get a yellow card for tugging back there, and then he's got his arm round him, and a yellow card for deceiving the referee, so a red card for Luiz. Now, we know Luiz, and he's a great guy, but you can't defend that. First of all, he goes down as always, it's his head. Then he realises it's not his head, it's his back.
Look, like you say, Lewis Jr., he's a great guy, and if he sat here with us and we said, listen, tell us truthfully now.
He would do, yeah. But why?
Was that really, you know?
But the referee's gone over to the monitor. Someone's had a word in the operation room. He's gone over to the monitor, come back on, rescinded the red card, but not done anything about Louise.
Yeah. I mean, he was lucky there to get away without any warning or anything.
I mean, what that should be there really is, that should be, I mean, we had a fine system, we probably still have it at football clubs there. If you're the manager there and you look at that there, you fine them at the end. Say, look, I don't want that. Get on with what you're doing, you're a fantastic footballer. There's your fine there. There's 3 months' wages.
We used to get...
Blimey, right.
We used to get...
You'd think twice about doing it again, though, wouldn't you?
I'm not, it's nothing like that, whatever. Here's a couple of weeks' wages, you've got to come on.
We got fined 2 weeks' wages and it was an absolute nightmare. But the players nowadays will go to the PFA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
fight it.
Yeah.
So you're creating a problem in the football club then.
OK, so that's VAR taken care of. Still a lot of development to
So in a minute,
sort out
you'll see a good VAR shortly. So there is pluses.
Not in this game.
No, not in this one. Further down the line, you will do.
More than
which
three.
is right, yeah. And listen, there are a lot of good decisions on VAR. This one you're going to see shortly. Tottenham Hotspur, when he beat Man City, was perfect. So it's there, it works.
Right, El Arabi's goal. Come on, let's look at something fantastic. Nick.
Let's get back to VAR. No, I'm only joking. Is it? No, I mean, literally, this is a quality. Our big thing as well is when we look at Namty, who's going to take over him, and this boy Shoya looks like the guy to do it. Looks the same sort of style. Look, and he makes this himself, and I'm happy for him because it's a very difficult shoes to fill. You know, and he makes this, and then look at this here now at the end. He could have took the shot himself, and he's cool and calm. And that is where El Arabi
link
gets
up as well.
his goal.
Yes.
That's that type of play, what they like there.
That might have been the first time they cut him open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they frustrated him, didn't they?
Absolutely. Edmilson's goal. Chris.
Well, it's just a blaster, really. It's good movement on the break from Alderhale, and these 2 goals, you know, there's a little bit of pace about Alderhale all of a sudden. 4v4 and they end up scoring a goal just because of clever movement, quick passing, and that's what we normally associate with Alderhale. To be fair, the back 4, that's not a bad line there, but he's just got something about him, Edmilson. He can easily beat the opposition fullback. He was doing it time after time in this game, wasn't he? That's a good goal, that, because the defensive line of Al Shine is not bad at all.
All right.
Here's another one for you as well. Sometimes it's strange when a new manager comes into a club. It's different for you. Moez. Let's have a look at Moez. Moez has been flying all the way up there. We're not seeing those big performances from him when he gets hold of the game and makes things happen.
All right, let's move on. And the next quarter-final, Al Gharafa, a very inconsistent season, although they had, of course, won the QSL Cup for the 2nd successive year. But in this quarter-final of the Emirates Cup 2019, they were up against the league champions, Al Sadd, once again. Nick and Chris watched the match.
Sad after about 10 minutes of just settling into their stride, playing the game how they want to play it. What a ball, what a delivery, somehow it's ended up as a corner. Oh, what a turn by Xavi in midfield, and what a ball through, and what a touch by Bunja. Oh, he was just missing the finish. Xavi in midfield, look at this, and then the ball and touch coming up.
Absolutely fantastic. This is the man who's obviously a legend of football.
Gabi to Xavi. Out wide now with Akram Afif. Touch inside, goes to the far post. What a delivery from Akram Afif. And what a goal by Al Sadd. Turned defence into attack. And it's Kuku who made his way up the pitch there. And incredibly gets on the end of that move. Brought down by Akram Afif.
And a good run as well, that was by Mendes, taken quickly, come on referee, let the game go on. Well done by Graffa. Here's Taremi chasing the ball. This is it, he's got on the opposite side of the defender. Here we go.
Taremi back to Aladdin. Aladdin has his effort cleared off the line by some fabulous defending from Tariq, but the danger's not over as Al Gharafa coming forward again, but fabulous attacking play there by Al Gharafa. Once again, Abdulaziz coming on to the ball in midfield, gets his shot off towards the far post. Don't know whether he got a touch. Might be a corner to Garaffa now.
It's good play from Garaffa, well done. I mean, this is another strike from Abdulaziz, and they're doing very well. He just pulls it wide.
Driven out wide there by Bunja. Here's Al Haydous. Goes into the near post towards Bunja. Again, he gets the final touch. This man cannot stop scoring, but it's offside. What a finish from Bunja. How did he get it home, by the way?
Just to prod it past the keeper. It is a handball. But either way, the reaction, once it drops down there, he's there just to pounce on it.
Wonderful build-up play again. Oh, and Gabby seems to hang out a leg there. Don't know whether he caught the Algarve player, but he got away with this. Al-Sad. Aladdin now. Oh. Taremi took one on the chest there, nearly got his shots away, but great pressure again from Al-Garaffa. Abdulaziz through to Taremi. Can he get his finish off? Sees a block coming in from one of the black shirts of Al-Sad, but it really should have been a goal to Al-Garaffa. Gets his shots off, and it actually comes off Taremi in the end. Kuki comes across there. Al Haydous with a pass through to Bunja. Bunja with a wonderful clip over the goalkeeper and makes it 2-0 to Al-Sad just before the break. But what a finish by that man, Bunja. Clip over the incoming goalkeeper Yusuf there, and it's absolutely just to perfection as it comes off the far post there into the back of the net. And that is some goal there by Bunja. It just puts Al-Sad right before half-time into a really comfortable position now. Gabby with a delightful little chip to the far post towards Akram Afif. Xavi with a volley coming in over the bar.
It just wouldn't come down for him. He wanted to get onto it straight away. Good play, a lovely little dink there. Look, there it is now, headed back. They managed to clear it. It bounces, bring it down, just a volley in that far corner. Doesn't come down quick enough. He gets underneath it and just volleys it over.
Terrible technique. It's by Akram Afif, and Xavi was on the head at that time. Akram Afif again to the far post, and Bunja takes off the head of Abdul Karim. If anything, there's got to be a little bit of talking there from Abdul Karim. He's coming onto the ball.
Yeah,
he's stretching for it, Bunja.
He's just got to tell him he's behind him. He's got to say leave it. You know, he's there, but he just gets underneath it.
Maybe another chance here. Abdulaziz again. Abdulaziz. Aladdin, can he finish it off? Aladdin! Oh, it should have been 2-1. Cleared off the line again. And this time, I think it's Wu Young who got back there for Al-Sad. Trouble's not over for Al-Sad. But Aladdin really should have put Al-Garaffa back into this tie.
He does everything, they do everything fantastic, Garaffa. All of a sudden, Aladdin, which is really difficult, he does everything right, but doesn't stop him. Here's Al Haydous.
Here we go. Oh, it's missed!
It's not been plain sailing for Al-Sad. Garaffa made it difficult and deserved. They've had a couple of really good chances, more chances than that, but they deserve a goal. It's just not been the case. Al-Sad have defended well tonight, but here's Bunja down that left-hand side.
Oh. Wonder who's going to get the next goal. It's gone the way of Al-Sad. Great play by Bunja on the far side. Twists Amado inside out.
There he is, he's looking for his pal there. Twists and turns at Amado. Where's his pal? There's that first touch. It's in the back of the net, and it's 3-0.
Taremi taking over now for Al-Garaffa. He gets shots off and he gets a goal back. Maybe, you never know. Might just be a little bit too late for Al-Garaffa, but a fine strike from Taremi makes it 3-1. Fine finish from Taremi, whips it into the near post there. Too much pace on the ball for Barsham. On a free header there. by Amro, possibly the shortest player on the pitch, gets a free header and puts his side 3-2. This could be the killer goal now. Akram Afif square to Bunja, and that just wraps up the victory for Al Sadd. Real killer blow for Al Gharafa. Into injury time. Wonderful passing behind the defence of Al Gharafa. They were stretched, they were going for that equalising goal. Wonderful vision and pass appreciation coming from Akram Afif, setting up his strike partner Bunja then. There's a celebration dance because they know they're through to the semi-finals now.
Well, I said going into this that Al Gharafa have been inconsistent during this season. They certainly put up a fight, but Al Sadd are in a class apart at the moment, Nick Summerby.
Yeah, but the biggest question at the start was with Gharafa, could they give us a performance? Cup game of football. Let's see what you've got. And they did that, to be fair. And there's no reason at all why they can't take that into next season. They really had a go and made it difficult, but exactly what you said, really. The quality of Al Sadd at the moment, they're just unstoppable and they're enjoying it. They just want to play every day, you know, and it's just the same old story all throughout the season.
And that's highlighted in that kooky goal.
Yeah, no,
the
but
quality,
it's
the build-up play quickly from the back to front as they always do.
Well, yeah, but what's made him there think, well, hang on a minute, I'm going to go and get myself a goal? You know, what's made him think that? You go, where are you going? Get yourself back there. Well, it's all about the service. We saw a lot of crosses, especially in some of the second game, and they weren't good enough. This is what you do. If you hit those areas and you hit them with the pace, they're very difficult to mark. And don't get me wrong, Kuki had a lot of work to do as well. And it was what's made him do that. Everything is right with what they're doing at the moment. What's made him think, I'm going to go and get a goal and run 60 yards? No, you've got no right to do that. You get told off, yeah, you get back. He ends up getting the goal.
20 yard run.
The ball's perfect, and you know, and it's another story. And we speak about everybody else in the league. Kuki's been fantastic, by the way. You know, you think about what he did in the Asian Cup, probably one of the best players in the tournament. You know, I know we talk about Moez, fantastic, but he was fantastic.
He was our best player, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Al Sadd great going forward, but the defending is also worth highlighting at times. Tarek pulling off an essential save, if you like, off the line.
I mean, his awareness on the night was fantastic. It was really good to see, and he played like a much older player, a much more experienced player. He's just, his positioning was excellent on the night. There we go. I mean, Kuki a couple of times gets done, and what do you want off your partner? Someone to cover for you, and he does it twice there.
So, Al Sadd, do they go...
You don't see a lot of that, Rodri, by the way.
No.
You don't see a lot of that. That's
unnoticed.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but that's thinking outside. That's really thinking outside the box. That's sniffing out the danger. That's what all the top players in the world do.
The experienced Kuki twice then gets done, and it's a younger player who's helping him out.
So, Al Sadd, do they go on and win it? Based on what we're still seeing from them?
Listen, they are favourites.
Yeah.
But I think some of the other teams which will I think they're going to have a go. Next game is important. Let's see if Ryan can do something with that there. But listen, they've been outstanding. And there is, you have to say, with Xavi finishing, it makes sense, doesn't it? You can see him bending one in at the end, can't you? Just to finish it in the Wacker Stadium, 55,000. There you go. We'll close the book on that.
All right. So the teams that finished the league in first and second position this season, they'd already booked their place in the semi-finals. Right, on to the next quarter-finals now, and it was Al Ahly's turn, and they were up against Al Salia, who'd had a remarkable season themselves, finishing third. Sami Trabelsi, of course, winning a special recognition award in the QFA Awards. Could they make it even further in the Emir Cup? Once again, Nick and Chris describe the action.
Bilal just keeping possession for Salia.
I mean, once again there, you know, we talk about Ferdinand just down this left-hand side. This is where Belhaj delivers his wonderful left foot. Here we go.
It's a good ball.
It's a fantastic delivery, that.
That's better from Majid down this left-hand side. Feeding Moussouali with a first shot maybe on target. Great block from Ramos. Fantastic defending there. Corner to Al Ahly though.
This is where Al Ahly want to be, really, at the level of Salia, so it's a good test for Al Ahly, but they give the ball. This is sloppy midfield. It's down to Salia, tries to throw it through to Abdul Qadir. Here we go.
Oh, it's a heavy first touch there by Abdul Kadir, but he does really well pulling it back to Fahad, and there's a first real chance. And where does Ibrahimi come from to clear that goal? Mo now on the far side, clicks one up towards Abdul Kadir, he gets his head off, and what a save that is from Al shaking goal.
It is. I don't think we're going to see any better this season. It's a wonderful save. It really is. You look at we're looking at it from the back of Abdul Kadir, and it's going into the far post. It's a great header, but what a save this is.
Good work by Majid. Great feet by Majid, and Mutawali's on here. Mutawali running at Ramos. Mutawali back to Majid. Majid clipping it to the far post towards Michel. Good defending from George that time.
And well played as well then from Mutawali. Good work from Majid as well down the left-hand side, but just needed to fall for somebody. But they played it really well, chipped it to the far post. You know, but that opportunity just didn't come, and it didn't fall for the one out in front of the Al Ahly players. Now all of a sudden Salih are pushing forward.
And then Ahmed through to Abdul Kadir. Can he take it on? Abdul Kadir opens the score in this quarter-final tie. And what a goal that is by the big front man for Al Salih. Ahmed in midfield turns Chancellor, and it's a fantastic through ball to Abdul Kadir, who takes his shot on with that half volley. He just keeps it along the ground there, and the pace is just too much for Al shaking goal. That's a fantastic strike from Abdul Kadir. George just going through the back of Michel. Oh my word, what again? Oh, it's embarrassing. There's Michel, back to Chancellor, takes on the volley. Doesn't get any power behind it though.
We still got Modava on the ball. Let me just, I'll come back to you in a minute with that. Here we go again.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful play by Al Salih. Every time Nicholas Sunbury starts talking.
And all of a sudden when the ball comes back to him, this is what he is all about. Just to pretty much for me to finish the game off now, and it looks like Salih are going to be heading to the semi-final of the Emir Cup.
It's a great goal that by Al Salih, and Modava gets involved in the build-up to the goal. Great little bit of movement and understanding between the white shirts of Salih. Ends up with Modava getting his fourth of the season. That's his first, obviously, in the Emir Cup. There's Fahad now. Movement by Mir. Abdul Kadir coming in. Abdul Kadir near post. Gets across Jassim. I don't know whether does he get underneath it? Doesn't get his head on target. Expects him to hit the target.
I think he gets there too early. Or does he? No, it's a good delivery. He just doesn't get the connection on it. It's a little bit behind him, but Salih looking good at the moment.
So Ali will have another try, and that's a better ball that toward Michel. It's his favourite position. Maybe he could have got a little bit more power in the header, but at least he made contact and made the keeper save it.
Yeah, he peels off from the defender, from Ramos. There he is. That's what he just tries to head it to that far post up, which can't get the power on it. It's the first time they've actually managed to get some type of quality across, in obviously in a header as well from Michel though.
Wonderful play by Abdul Kadir. Far to make it free. Fahad into the roof of the net. Al Salih have deserved it. It's turned into a comprehensive defeat now for Al Ahly.
But they've done the job there. Trezor, what's he thinking there with his control? But Abdul Kadir
no one tackles him.
Slides him through, and then the rest is history as he just chips it into the far corner to make it 3-0.
No one lays a glove on Abdul Kadir. He runs in towards the edge of the box. No one does anything. Oh, yeah, that's great play by Fahad. Good goal. Al Ahly really disappointed tonight. Ibrahimi feeding McDonald now. McDonald maybe getting one back now for Al Ahly, and he does. The substitute for Al Ahly has an impact. Finally, they get a goal. I don't know what Ramos is doing there. Look at Ramos, the defender here now. I don't know what he's doing. McDonald skips past him and slots into the far post, and De Jong now to the far post towards Faridou. He might fall nicely too. Michel, who sees his effort come off the bar, he's offside anyhow. Should have been doing this at the start of the second half, not at the end. There's another header won by Michel. There's Chancellor. Oh, and might be one more goal, and he goes to McDonald again. He's got a brace, he's coming on now, McDonald. It's the last 2 minutes of the game, though. You just wonder to yourself if they'd started asserting this type of pressure at the start of the second half, who knows what might have happened. There we go. It's just possession football, really, keeping the ball alive, keeping it in the Al Salia box. And that's a wonderful goal by McDonald. Just goals underneath the body of Alcatel in goal. Now then, they've got to win this ball back as soon as possible now. Al Ali can just get the ball in the box. I don't know the rulings, but surely he's going to miss the next match against Al Hale. That seems to be a straight red for Madava. That's a big blow to... How big touches Ibrahim? He goes diving in. It's silly, he's reckless, really. It's not even a yellow card.
So a victory for Al Salia. They book their place in the semi-finals. Can they match or go on better than what they did in the 2013-14 season when they reached the final at the then old Khalifa Stadium, losing out in the final against Al Sadd? Chris Makin, a good win for Al Salia, but it was a little touch and go, certainly towards the end there.
What, the last few minutes?
Yeah, well, hey, only takes a second to score a goal.
Yeah, but they never offered anything before that, did they, Al Ali? In terms of attacking threat, never got going at all. But Faridou on in the second half to add a little bit of, I don't know, just some impetus running forward. Mutawali looked lost in the first half, no support. Michel on the left-hand side, out of the game. They just didn't look as though they was going to score a goal. It was a matter of time before Al Salia got a goal. Yeah,
Al Salia, of course, they're missing Tibu Kaneen at the moment. That makes a difference. And then, of course, Modada picking up the red card. We'll talk about it more in a little while. Without those two key players, does it get a little thin there for Al Salia?
Well, listen, you'd like to have Tibu Kaneen, but Abdul Qadir could do that. I think he leads the line well. I think he's very good there. It is a big miss, you got to say, with Modava, because he's an impact player and he's good. But obviously Belhaj, listen, they're full of adrenaline. You know, why can't they cause an upset? You know, what they've done in the league to finish third is fantastic. You know, and they're enjoying it, and they're enjoying the old challenge. The next game will be another big challenge for them. Why can't they win? OK, let's get through some of the key points here. We'll start with Al Ahly. They didn't offer much, but in goal they had Yazan Al-Sheikh, who was unbelievable, Chris, on the day.
You know what, as soon as that ball's clipped back and Abdul Qadir rises, he must think, this is a goal. And as soon as he makes contact, he must think, this is a goal and this is a wonderful save. He's a great reaction keeper, Al-Sheikh, very good shot stopper, and that's just wonderful. Not only does he get it around the post, but there's an incoming white shirt there and he misses him out as well. Slices of touches there. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah. Right, let's move on to the attack from Al Salia. Abdul Qadir's goal, Nick, and it came from a wonderful pass as well. Yeah, Ahmed, what a pass this is, he makes it all. And you know the strange thing is, when a ball it comes at you very quickly, it's easier to control. Lovely first touch, and this is what he does best. It sits up nicely for him, he knows exactly what he's doing, and he hits it sweet. You know, and this does not surprise me at all. But you have to say the ball is what makes it from Ahmed. It's fantastic, that there. And, you know, once you give this guy service, you know, he'll score goals, that's what he does. Straight on to the Madada goal, Chris. And when he comes on, he always makes a difference, always.
He does, and that's why he's going to be a big miss in the next game, because he comes on, he is a threat, he's got good pace, good dribbling ability, and he's clever here as well. And watch his movement, he's not content just to pass it. He gets in the box, drives into the box, and he deserves this goal. He's had a good end to the... I was just going to say he's had a good end to the season. He's well, he had up until this. Exactly. It's a wonderful goal. Chris, I'll stick with you and we'll go straight on to the red card because, you know, in commentary you said it was silly. He lunged in there. Whether, you know, I remember, because Nick and I talked about... Yeah, I know. But just guess what?
95, 96th minute. You don't need to do that.
No, yeah, you've got a good point, but there's a flip side as well. Why is he so good when he comes on for Al Saleh? Because he does all that. He adds a little injection of pace, he gets about, harasses the opposition defenders. All right, he's a bit silly there, but he doesn't make contact. It's never a red card.
All right, let's move on to the last quarter-final then. It was Al Arabi up against Al Rayyan, who finished 4th this season in the league. Once again, commentary from Nick and Chris.
Jardel now coming down this right-hand side in towards Vasquez. He gets in front of Vieira.
Let's have a look. Because the thing is there is Vieira doesn't know he's from behind. He's behind him. He's gone down, but the referee's not giving it. Yeah.
Just a little bit. That's nothing.
That's nothing. Not there.
Nothing. Just his follow through might. Oh, is it? There we go. Vieira. His body position's all wrong in it. Vieira there. He's silly.
He doesn't win the ball, does he? That's what you have to say. No. He doesn't know he's there. He gets there first, and there's a connection.
Yeah, there's Vasquez. There's the ball direction. The ball's gone towards the goal.
Absolutely, yes. There's no complaints with that. He gets in front of him. That's what he does. He doesn't see him coming. Gets the touch. There's Vasquez, and he gets brought down. The penalty's been given.
Big chance for Al Arabi to go ahead in this Emir Cup quarter-final. Who's going to take the penalty? I presume it's going to be Boney.
Here we go now. I mean, all the Al Arabi fans are absolutely delighted with this.
Boney against Younis in goal. Boney steps up. Into the roof of the net. I thought he'd gone over then. 1-0 to Al Arabi. The perfect start for the Dream Team.
And what a start to the game there. He did it very easily, just put it into the roof of the net. 1-0 to Al Arabi.
His 7th goal since joining the club. He's 5 in the league at the end of the season, now 2 in the Emir Cup. Keeps that incredible run going. Boney sends Younis the wrong way as well. Right to the roof of the net, no doubt about that one. And this is a great start for Al Arabi. I know they must be rattled, the Al Rayyan players, to just having a go at the referee for about 2 or 3 minutes. Through ball by Vasquez, so near. He has his hands in his head in his hands there. Vasquez, Salah so close to getting through again. And this is a real good game. It's opened up now. Here comes Luca now for Rayyan.
Tell you what, they're very direct as well, Al Arabi. When they get the chance to thread that ball through, they do it as well, and it's good.
Luca tipped over by Gregory Gomes in goal. Salah to Vasquez on the far side. Great play by Al Arabi again. Vasquez, he just blasts over with his left foot. Fantastic play.
And what a ploy, by the way, what they've got. Ryan are coming at them, and all of a sudden they're hitting them on the counter-attack and hitting them on the counter-attack very quickly. Should have done really better. It's an open game, but you've got to say there, the manager for Al Arabi has got the perfect game plan so far.
Comes into the near post, and what a miss there by Luca at the far post. Whipped in by Tabata. Rayyan get the flick on, and Luca coming into the far post somehow misses from a couple of yards out. There's the flick on by Vieira. Luca releasing Salah on the far side. Could be a real chance here now for Al Arabi. Oh, Jardel's free on the middle of the pitch, and Jardel's through here. Jardel to make it 2. Great save from Younis.
Here we go now, edge of the box now. It's going to start home. Here's Tabata.
Tabata normally hits the target. He's hit the target and he's scored. There's an equalising goal for Rayyan, and that man Tabata scores again. What a finish from Tabata. 1-1. Yeah, no chance for Gomes then. He worked it really well, didn't he? Now Rayyan. Once Tabata found that little bit of space there on the edge of the box, he always knew he was going to hit the target. And normally when he hits the target, he scores a goal. Right to the far post.
It's never in doubt at all. You know, that's what he does best, but what a strike that, and they're back into the game. I think it was difficult for them, but just look at those Ryan fans there, absolutely delighted. This is what I like about Al Arabi, is it's that ball there. They're not playing it to the side. They thread it straight the way through. If the pass is made there, they zip it through straight away.
Here's the danger man, Tabata with a long-range effort. Great save by Gomes, but what a shot from Tabata. How many yards he was out there from goal. Not as ever hitting the target. Now Ryan have taken over this quarter-final tie at the end of the first half. Now the better side now. Al Arabi looking very dangerous on the counter-attack. Ball goes towards Boney at the far post. Boney gets his headed off. Far too strong there for Musa. Maybe a chance here for Rivas if he takes on first time. And I tell you what, the defender goes to ground. It's Ibrahim Majid.
That's a penalty, that, Chris. He's dived in, he's not caught
He's going to get a word in his ear now. They'll have a good look at it. Don't worry about it, Luca.
You're not allowed to ask the referee to do that.
Yes, correct.
So
it's a booking.
I just think he sells himself
He
here.
does. Nowhere near the ball, is it?
Nowhere near the ball at all. Look.
Penalty.
It's a penalty.
That'll go. I'll be given that. I'm sure it will.
You can't go down like that. You can't do that. You know, you've took him out really, so that is without a shadow of a doubt a penalty. That. Looking to get it on that right foot, that's what you've got to do. You've got to stop him. It comes to Sebastian. Sebastian with a strike. What a strike, by the way, saved by Gregory Gomez. Here's Jardel now, just down this left-hand side now for Al Arabi. Only Boney in the box. Sorry, Salah in the box. Boney's now joined him. Here we go. Can he deliver? The time is right. Here we go.
It's a good ball. It's a good ball. There it is. What a goal by Al Arabi. Ball is absolutely perfect from Jardel. He's not closed down. He's on his favourite left foot. He's got a wonderful left foot and he just whips it across the face of goal. And finally, Salah, oh man, gets a goal he probably deserves. He's been at it all season.
There it is. There's Boney across the near post. There's Salah with the header there, and absolutely fully deserved. Once again, Al Arabi take the lead 2-1.
All about the cross and delivery from Jardel. You've got to recognise that those types of players, you've got to close them down or foul them or just interrupt. Don't let him get the cross in like that. No chance. Side to side at the moment for Ryan. Red card dished out straight away by the referee to Allah. 2 yellows for him.
Yeah, that's a problem now. Yeah, he was just running past him. Just watch there now. Just touches him slightly there, but he goes down because I think he'd have had a chance to be in to drive forward.
You know, Sad players in the ranks. Who's just off the field, he's one of them. Here's Vasquez through to Boney as he stayed on side. Boney, can he get his shots off? Always rising from the edge of the box.
When the ball comes to him, it's cute, it's nice, gets the ball out of his feet, and there's a strike, but just lifts it over the bar.
Ball hooked towards the box again. Oh, it might fall to Al Ryan at the far post. And the equaliser goes in. They're down to 10 men, but they've got it. Swung in by Rivas, and it's 2-2 on the night now. Massive goal for Al Ryan. There we go, flipped on by Vieira. Musa misses the ball, but Rivas makes no mistake from the far post. There we go.
A lot of height again, here we go.
Free header, on a save by Yunus. Goal off the line there. Now he changes the angle. Boney fires over. What did you just say, Nicholas? Behind the ball, now he changes the angle. And a little bit of a stutter. Tabata low and hard. 1-0 in the penalty shootout to Ryan. Oh, and it's easily saved by Yunus. Cole against Gomes. Cole goes the same side as Tabata. 2-0 now to Ryan in the penalty shootout. Oh, he's changed that. Oh, stutter. Chardell to the top corner. One back for Al Arabi. Luca now for Al Ryan. Sends Gomes the wrong way. It's Vasquez, a short run up. Vasquez, route for the net. Vieira steps up for Ryan. Vieira puts Al Ryan through to the semi-final where they'll face Al Sadd, and they've done it the hard way tonight.
Well done, Al Rayyan. They do like the Emirates Cup, that's for sure. But that was a fantastic match. Al Arabi will be kicking themselves.
Yeah, well done again. We spoke about Graf, how wonderful they played. Al Arabi, the same with them. They were unlucky. And I tell you what an atmosphere it was down there. It was really good. And all the Arabi fans were right behind them. But this could be the turning point for Rayyan. They're up for it now. They had a tough week. Didn't do so well in the Champions League. They're scoring goals for fun. If they can keep it tight at the back, which they're going to have to try and do against Al Sadd. This is an interesting game against Al Sadd. And that could just be the turning point. Them just getting it to be a draw, and then obviously the penalties.
OK, let's get into the crux of the game. We'll start with the VAR, the penalty that Boney converted. Was this one the right shout, Chris Makin?
Penalty. Just comes on the blind side of Vieira, just catches him out there, really, his body position is
by the way,
best.
decided very quickly as well.
That's all. Our main gripe is the amount of time that they'd taken. I think he had one or two looks at it and give it straight away. Brilliant.
Players who are consistent, you know what we're going to get. Rodrigo Tabata, never underestimate him. He may be getting on in years now. What a goal this was, Nick.
Yeah, he's once again, he's churned it out again. Not as many goals as we used to see, but he's still done fantastic. But just look at this here. He has a real energy and a passion for football. You know he just loves what he does. And just watch this, he starts it and finishes it off himself. And how many times has he done this? How many times have we seen him single-handedly get his team back into it, win a game or get them back into it? And you've got to give him another contract again. You know, you really have to, because he's
no one better, is there?
Yeah, you've got to give him. He deserves it.
OK, another VAR. Chris, I'm so sorry. But, you know, Rivas is involved in this one, and this is a little bit of sort of asking for the VAR, and
it's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
Absolutely nailed on.
Right.
Yeah. He comes steaming in, doesn't slow down. You know what I do with these penalty decisions now? I go back to when I was a player and how I would feel if I made this challenge. I'd hold my hands up and I would expect the referee to blow the whistle and give a penalty.
They were flashing, you know, asking for the VAR. Their players are not allowed to do that. Yeah. You know that.
But he didn't give any yellow cards out for it.
No. Very strange. OK, that's another look at that. Right, let's look at a positive. Salah, what a goal. We've seen him have so many opportunities, missed opportunities in the season. He has scored a couple of great ones, and this was a nice goal, Nick, and an important one.
This is what we've been talking about all throughout the season. When a cross goes in, get somebody across the near post and get somebody across the far post. Make you run in, watch it as the ball's going over. This is what Jardell's capable of doing, and look, this is a perfect example for you. There's Bonnie going to the near post. If he doesn't get it, we need someone behind him, and there's Salah. And I'm delighted for this lad as well. He's a good player. He's only small in frame, but he's got everything really. If he starts scoring the goals for the chances he gets in there,
when he scored 2 last year against Al Sadd, and got disallowed because the player shouldn't have been playing.
Well, that was beautifully done indeed. Right, let's recap the results then from the quarter-finals for you. Al Chenia then going down 2-0 to Al Duhail. Of course, they won it last season. Can they win the Emir Cup again? Al Gharafa, they lost to Al Sadd. Al Sadd will have something to say about that. They go through to the semi-final. Can they go all the way? Can they make it a clean sweep? On Friday, Al Ahly lost out to Al Salih. Al Salih controlled the game. Al Ahly picked up those last late goals, which made it very interesting. Al Arabi, Al Rayyan finished 2-2 there. 4-2 after penalties. What a couple of days of Emir Cup quarter-final action. It was wonderful, which means we have plenty of excitement to come in the semi-finals. Let's show you how they line up. So, on Saturday, the 11th of May, it's Al Rayyan versus Al Sadd. It's a 22:30 kickoff at the Jassim bin Hamad Stadium. The build-up starts at 2200 hours. That's Saturday, the 11th of May for you. Then on Sunday, the 12th of May, it's Al Duhail versus Al Salia. Again, kickoff is at 22:30 Doha time at the Jassim bin Hamad Stadium. Late kickoffs, of course, because we are then into the holy month of Ramadan. A big thank you to Nick Summerby and to Chris Makin and to the whole team. We look forward to your company in the semi-finals. From all of us here, bye for now.